creative industry. And that is what we do every Saturday here on Showbiz A to Z to make sure
success stories can be found in Germany, Spain, and France, where football has become a thriving industry, fostering job creation and economic development through various value chain businesses. Regrettably, the same cannot be said for Ghana. We fondly remember the days when our stadiums were packed to capacity, fans proudly adorned their club's jerseys, and football was the talk of the town. I remember when myself and my dad, at the age of 10, were visiting the Accra Sports Stadium to cheer our beloved Accra House of Folk to victory. But what has led to the decline of this beautiful game?
Have held their elections. 5 postponements of elections. 4 years after Obuo's tenure of office, they now have a substantive president and his executive. A round of applause once again. Musica. I've not been president of any association or group before, and so I can't pose to be a president, but I can proffer ideas. I can suggest ideas, or I can even imagine being a president. It's allowed, right? In fact, I think I'm even allowed to imagine being the Musica president. The Musica president-elect Bessa Simons. And let me say congratulations to him on winning these elections, Uncle Bessa. You've gone through a lot. Finally, we're here. Now, I've been very critical of Musica for some time now, and I'm one of the people who think Musica needs an overhaul. I think so. I think that Musica really needs overhaul when it comes to its leadership. A lot can change if the leadership gets more innovative with ideas and if they get focused. Now, if I were the Musica president-elect already, I'm going to put pressure on him. So I would make use of some of the very vibrant, intelligent, dynamic young people in the creative industry, in the music industry. And I can always mention Beatmenes, I can mention Seven Xavier, I can mention Trigmatic. We have Mr. Meister. If I were the Musica president, I would bring all these guys together and assign roles for them. I would form committees on research, policies, events, and I would give these people roles to devise plans how to make Musica more vibrant and more attractive to people. Now, if I were the Musica president, I would invest in the union's PR. I've realized that Musica's PR is very ineffective. Most times, they are even unable to communicate things happening in the union to people out there. There are times that they either give out weak communication or they don't communicate at all. And it boils down to maybe how the modus operandi of their PR system. I don't know if they have somebody dedicated. I know Bosco, Daddy Bosco, is supposed to be, or he is in charge of communications. But honestly, as dynamic as Bosco is, as smart as he is, I haven't felt the PR aspect of Musica that much. Now, if I were the Musica president, I would bring back Ghana Music Week. You remember the Ghana Music Week, Ghana Music Festival? This festival, I think, would help promote Ghanaian music in a certain way, especially high life music. You can just imagine Musica bringing a high life festival. Ghana Music Week, we have high life nights, hip life nights, we have all that. Just imagine a festival like that. If I were the Musica president, I would bring back Musica Honors. You remember those days when Obuo was in power? He held some honors and awarded some people in the music industry. If I were the musical president, I will make it more attractive and vibrant. If I were the musical president, again, I would also make sure that I fight for musicians on issues that could hamper or elevate their progress. And by saying this, I mean activism. A few weeks ago, we spoke about activism right here on the show. There are so many issues plaguing the music industry that Musica can champion to make sure we have some change. But most times we don't hear anything from them. We don't. Somebody may say, okay, it was because maybe they didn't have leaders, or they were still in the process to have the elections. And so now that we have newly elected leaders of Musica, something must happen. Now, I still find it shameful that Musica, after so many years of being here with us, doesn't have a national office of its own. Very shameful. If I were the Musica president, I would look forward to raising funds to have one for ourselves. I mean, to either build one or acquire one. I also don't understand why, to become a Musica president, you still need to be an executive of the union before you can vie for the presidency. If I were the Musica president, I would make sure that provision is changed to make sure everybody in the union who has the knowledge, who has the capacity, the potential to become president, vies for the position. I know we can't solve all Musica's problems, at a time. Or we can't do that. I know so well that there is no way we can solve all Musica's problem at a time. But what I also know is that we can solve the problems one after the other. At least I know if we make the step, we take a step, we make an attempt to change things, things will happen. I wish the newly elected executive well, but we will be monitoring you closely. Whoever has ears, let them hear.